Listen, a bit of bad news for you, Mike. Your daughter, Karen, is seriously ill and she'd like to hear from you as soon as possible. It's important, so give her a call, eh? As soon as you can. Okay, the news with Trevor Goodwin will be along shortly, but in the meantime, here's a track off Bobby Smythe's debut album. Just...
McAllister's an idiot.
It is his territory. You don't have any jurisdiction.
You can't keep crime within bureaucratic boundaries. God, it's hot in here.
We'll switch on the air conditioning.
I don't know how to work it.
3 positions. Low, medium, full blast.
Lewis?
Yep.
Don't say that. You're not an Australian. Why is she lying?
To protect him, you said.
From whom?
Us.
But we don't represent any kind of threat.
Perhaps we do.
Well, then what?
When he phoned, she seemed to think he might be losing his nerve. You don't think he's the sort might go and top himself, do you?
No. Wrong odds. When it comes to the great perhaps, Mike Harding will follow Pascal.
Who's that? A tipster?
Pascal, Lewis. Blaise Pascal, a French philosopher of the 17th century.
Not much use to us, then.
He said that there were no good and sufficient reasons to either believe or disbelieve in the truths of religion. It was just a toss-up whether there was a God and an afterlife and all that. But the safer bet is that there is one. Because if there is, you win. And if there isn't, it doesn't matter anyway. Neat, don't you think?
I think you're suffering from a serious shortage of beer.
A real gambler will always choose life over death, Lewis.
What do you think about God and that? Do you think there's a God?
I think there are times when I wish to God there was one. A just God. A God dispensing justice. I'd like to believe in that.
I'm off for a swim. I'll see you at dinner.
The Rhine Riesling's very popular.
Just a moment. Just a moment. No, that's the one. The Mount Adams Chardonnay. We'll have that. My doctor says I can't eat that anymore.
And you a cattleman?
I suppose I'll have to have chicken. I hate chicken. What do I have to do?
Go over and see that girl over there. She'll give you a portion to cook.
Cook? I have to cook myself?
Right, so?
What the hell are you doing here?
I caught the mail plane. Listen, Dad's in trouble. He called just after you left. I think I know where he is, but I haven't got a car.
Aren't you going to call them?
Who?
The Aussie detectives, McAllister and Warrender.
Certainly not.
But surely they...
That boy came to see me. And I want to see his father about my business, which is not within McAllister's jurisdiction, just as the kidnap, as you so kindly pointed out, is not within mine.
It could be risky.
I'm quite capable of looking after myself, thank you.
Don't you think we should let them decide what's best? This isn't an Oxford college.
Why don't you get back to your steak, Lewis? It should be just about leathery enough for you by now. told me you didn't know where he was.
I thought if Dad didn't want to see you, that was his business.
I think it's time someone started telling me the truth.
Hi.
I don't think you're supposed to be here, Sergeant.
I was just wondering how Anne is.
Oh, Scott's taken her down to the hospital. No, they're giving her something to help her sleep.
Oh, right. Good thing, probably. Well, good night.
Yep. I hope so.
She all right?
Yeah, she'll be fine. She's not your average Sheila.
She's had a lot to put up with.
You don't know the half of it. What are you up to?
Dunno. It's been early for bed. You don't fancy a beer, do you?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I'm pretty fed up in Britain.
Yeah?
Very long hours. Too much overtime.
And you have to work for that bugger Morse.
Doesn't help.
He's an arrogant bastard. I mean, I don't know how you put up with it.
Well, you get used to him.
I couldn't take it. I mean, no offence, but a sergeant with you mob is some sort of gopher. Christ, does he expect you to pick up his undies when he drops them on the floor?
Not quite.
Yeah, but you have to call him sir.
Yeah, well, I call him a lot of things.
Look, mate, I got 400 square mile of territory, all mine.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know half the people by name, and they all know me. Scott Humphreys carries bags for nobody. You know, some
What's
smart.
the pay like?
The pay? Well.
Did you want another schooner?
Yeah, why not? Hey, Blue.
Where the hell are we?
Oh, look, it's not far now. Just keep on going.
We haven't seen a house for 15 miles. What makes you so sure he'll be there?
It's where he always ends up. And no one can get to him.
My wife, she's not from the north.
Huh?
Nah. I met her when I came down south, you see. But she's a good lass for all that.
Lucky.
Yeah, well, a wife. You need a wife in this job, with all the stress and that. You need the stability, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's easier said than done, Robbie. I mean, she's got to be, you know, she's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
Troubles of the heart. That's always been my problem. Troubles of the heart. Got another one?
Is this his van?
Yeah. Must be down in the quarry.
And why would he come here?
Oh, he's got an old caravan down there. Come on.
Oh, yeah, well, you know the old back trouble,
It's the tin roofs, man.
What about him?
I don't think I'd ever get used to them.
Well, everyone says that. A couple of months. They think they've never seen anything else.
It's all right.
Yeah. It's what's under the roof that matters, Robbie. Got the right woman, this is the best little country in the world. The best. Right woman. Why is it that the right woman is always shacked up with the wrong man, eh? Come on, Robbie. What are you doing? Gonna sleep.
Dad! Dad! Dad, it's me! Dad!
God, what was that?
Say when he called, though. I know, instead of apologising to me.
Have you got any idea why?
No. For not being a good dad, I don't know. Nothing. He wasn't making any sense. I thought he was off his head.
And when was this? When exactly was this, Dave?
Just after Mr. Morse left.
So, what time to leave the farm? Noon, I suppose.
Which is about the time, according to your offsider, that Mike Harding rang his wife to tell her how much he loved her.
I can't believe he killed himself. It's just not...
The gun was in his hand, Morse. Only one shot had been fired.
If Larry Nelson went to the trouble of sending a hitman to finish him off, do you think he'd be stupid enough to leave a trail? He'd make it look like suicide. Nelson's got to him first, and we've come all this way for nothing.
Well, we'll see what forensics says. Though that may take a bit of time. There are so many bloody footprints around, we can't tell who the hell's been here. Supposed to be a New South Wales inquiry, Morse, not a British one. Now, whoever the kidnapper is, We mustn't let him know that Mike Harding's
He
dead.
knows already. He killed him.
If he killed him, how come he's still got the girl? You can worry about your bloody POM inquiry, mate. I've got to worry about her. See you back in town.
What's happening to me, Lewis? I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Well, if he did kill himself, maybe we should try and find out why. Perhaps it's Anne. Maybe that's why he did it.
Anne?
I think she could have been seeing someone.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was drinking with Humphreys last night, and I think they could have been having a thing. Maybe Mike found out.
Humphreys? Well, that's not possible. Surely he's a policeman. He's an Australian policeman. Anyway, you heard her tell Mike she loved him.
Or maybe it wasn't Mike on the farm. And McAllister's right. We still don't know where the girl is.
God, what does it matter what the row was about?
But you lied to me earlier,
So I lied. One more lie. What difference did one more make? We've been living a lie from the moment we came here.
What do you mean?
10 years ago, Morse. Your trial, your confession, what you got was lies.
Lies?
Kenny said you'd believe him, and you did, didn't you? Your policeman friend was dead, and you wanted convictions. The more, the merrier. So between us all, we killed an innocent man.
Peter Matthews? But Peter Matthews was guilty.
Peter Matthews wasn't driving the car. He wasn't anywhere near the raid. He was sitting at home with his mother. He was a horrible man. But he thought he was irresistible. And if you did resist, he didn't like it. He used to make passes at me. I told him to get his clammy hands off. One day he got annoyed. I got annoyed. And he started pushing me, slapping me about. And then Kenny came in. The car was driven by someone else.
Who?
Larry Nelson's son-in-law. We shot the whole gang except the one closest to Larry. It was our insurance. We thought we'd be safe.
Oh, my God.
Kenny must have thought you found out. He always came back before. Whatever happened, he always came back.
Yep.
Mum? Is Mum there? He says I can only speak to Mum.
It's Karen. Get a trace on her.
Karen, love, it's me. Are you all right?
I'm okay, Mum. Mum, he says...
Karen? Who's there with you?
24 hours is up. He said 24 hours and it's up. He's gonna kill me. Mum, he's got to talk to Dad.
Say he still hasn't come back yet. keep it going as long as possible.
We don't know where he is, love.
We're looking everywhere for him.
You know what he's like when he goes off like this? He could be anywhere. He was very depressed, you know, about the way things were, about Dave leaving. Karen, where are you? You tell him I'll do anything. Tell him I'll take your place.
This is Chief Inspector Morse.